Hey everyone. It is hot, hot, hot. Take the sweater off. I hope you're well. So this live, Hi Libby, is introducing you to Libby Christenson. She is an intuitive coach. Hi Mama Mallard. And so she's going to be a guest in my Empower training program, Energize and Empower. It's a 12-week group coaching program. We're starting in 2 weeks, and she's going to be a guest speaker, so we're going to hear about her. She's magical. You're going to love her, so let me invite her into...
Hello.
Hello, girl.
Hey, girl.
Libby is in LA. So lucky with that sun. We got some sun today in Chicago, but definitely not the same. What's the weather like today over there?
It's hot as hell.
Really?
Yes. The last time I did an Instagram live, it was also like 93 degrees. And it is also that today here.
Interesting.
And I keep wanting to go outside to get fresh air and like feel better, but then there's going to be too many noises and distractions. So I'm in a tank top and I'm just going to sweat it out because it's fine.
It's the best way to do it. Just sweat it out. So
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. You are an intuitive coach. So can you just explain a little bit what that means?
Yeah. So essentially, it means that I work with people to help them get in tune with their intuition. I also really practice getting into alignment with my own on a regular basis. So I feel like I have an in-tune access to my own intuition that I use in sessions. Things come up, hits, downloads, things about you that I might see, and nothing that I'm ever really that attached to, because sometimes it might mean nothing to you and we just kind of toss it out the window. But I'll always use my intuition when I'm working with a client. But really the goal is to guide my clients back to their own intuition, because it's this internal guidance system that we all have that's the wisest place in us, and it always knows that, like, that feeling and that burst in the chest or that hit in the gut when we're in a place we know we shouldn't be there, that's our instinct, and we all have that. We're programmed with that for a reason. It's survival, it's evolution. So yeah, that's why intuitive coach. But I'm not attached to that name either. I just love to help people. I just want to guide people.
Totally. Well, I think the name absolutely suits you. And I love that you're like, we're sometimes so obsessed with like what we call ourselves, and it's like, we're doing what we're doing, and that's the most important thing. So
Exactly.
That's great. And we've been working together for a while. I mean, we've known each other for a while, but you have absolutely helped me just, get in touch with my own intuition, because I did lose it for a long time. And I think we're programmed to not listen to it, because we have to do this and we have to do that, which of course is true, but you have to like live, you have to have an income, but I think we have been just taught to just suppress our feelings and not listen to that little voice in our head.
Right. Also, a lot of times the intuition doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's how we know that it's intuition and not fear, is when it doesn't make any sense. And sometimes our intuition wants us to do kind of really embarrassing, maybe not socially acceptable things, or maybe it's kind of leading you towards a dream that's a fearful change to make in your life. So our intuition can be right. It's right all the time, but whether or not our egos can handle the answer is another story. So that's why we want to connect that feeling and get rid of all the conditioning that we've had from society, get rid of all of the conditioning that we've had from our parents, and everyone who's wanted us to be something that we're just not. So we knock it off and we cut the crap and we take all the layers off that we don't need anymore, so we can get down to what really matters, because we have one goddamn life. One single life. I mean, unless you believe in multiple, which that's a different conversation, but like here and now, let's
Right,
do our best, right?
right. Yeah. So that's great. And then so you kind of, help people get into with their intuition, but then also guide them through like taking action with what they need to do, right?
Yeah. So the difference between coaching and therapy and different methods of healing is that I really believe in like looking at where the person is and where do they want to go. I'm not really that interested in looking into their past. Although a lot of past stuff comes up, a lot of childhood stuff comes up. I love inner child work, love going there, but that would be more of a healing moment and a mechanism. Whereas I'm really looking at, okay, who is this person in front of me? Where are we going? So there's a lot of actionable steps. After every coaching call, you know this, we've coached each other. There's always an accountability piece. That's what I'm so excited about with your program, is that you got this group community together, and the accountability changes everything. Like, we just are not likely to make the big changes on our own with our own willpower. To have other people hold you in that, to see you in that. That's what a coach is. They champion you. They see the bigger dream for you, and they push you far, and they challenge you and make it really fun and interesting and like terrifying. Coaching is like jumping off of a cliff sometimes, and that is so exciting.
It's so true. It's so true. I even just got the chills when you said that, because that is so true. Like, without the accountability piece, there's never that little push. And we can't rely on willpower alone, because also in our past we've had all this evidence telling us that we can't. Yeah. And now it's like just swiping the slate, having that accountability. And yeah, so I am so excited. You are going to be a guest speaker, and you are going to help the girls in the group, the women in the group, get deeper with their connection to the why behind their need and want to feel more confident, just feel better in their bodies and trust themselves more. And that's what this group is about. Getting in tune with your body, so you work out and eat in a way that feels good for you, because sometimes we've seen a whole bunch of crap all over the place telling you what to do, and then you get upset because it's not working for you, but that's not the way that you are programmed. So getting in tune with your body is the whole, I love it, is the whole goal here. And then, Libby, you're going to come in and really connect us, root us down back to that why and the morals, right, behind.
Like the values, because what I love so much about your approach is that getting in touch with the intuitive body, like what actually feels good. And we're not necessarily working out to get this like cut figure. I mean, that is an awesome bonus that's obviously going to come to all your clients, which is great. But it's really like, how do you want to feel in the jeans? How do you want to feel when you wake up in the morning, when you're naked, when you're like running? And if we're connected to how we want to feel and what we are going for, the greater why, could be if people might come in with a goal of, I want to feel healthier.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why? Why do you want to feel healthier? What's the bigger vision? Maybe they want to be healthy enough to become fertile and have a baby, and then like raise their child on those same values of like feeling good, feeling healthy. It can get so much bigger than what we're really seeing. The smaller agendas, the smaller whys are like what makes us sign up for something like your training, but it's the bigger whys that keep us doing it. Exactly. That's why I'm excited to come in, towards the middle when we kind of get into this pattern, we kind of get used to stuff and it's familiar, and then just to come in and like rock everybody with okay, let's get back on course. What are we doing here? I get really excited about the doing it for you thing, and for the deeper values. Like, we'll get into what really, really matters to you. and why you're doing this. And we might even uncover things that you didn't even realize you were doing this for, which will be so exciting. And I really look forward to talking more about that.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And just like you said, that's going to keep you consistent, always coming back to that deeper why. Because and our bodies are obviously, you know, gravity is a thing. Like, we're not always I mean, the women who will be in this group are around our age, you know, so we're not always going to be young. Like, our bodies will age, and we need to love ourselves no matter what we look like, because every single stage of our lives is going to be beautiful, and we need to love ourselves now.
No kidding. And how many times have you looked at pictures of yourself in like high school and been like, man, I was vibrant, I was healthy, I looked great.
Yeah.
But then you remember taking that picture and thinking that you looked horrible, that your arms were big, that you didn't feel good. Like, you know, we look back on those things and we say, wow, I was so alive and young and looking so good, feeling so good, but I had no idea.
Right.
And this is an opportunity to like really get present and look at where, like, your clients, the people in this training, they can say like, okay, where am I? I'm going to acknowledge that this is how I feel about where I am right now, and that is okay.
Yep.
Then I'm going to accept that this is my starting point and this is where I am.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to start getting really excited about where I am. Yeah. Because I've never been here before, and it's unfamiliar and it's powerful. And now where I'm going is like, I've never been there either. And so the unpredictability of that offers so much growth and like so much potential to expand in so many ways, not just with themselves, but like I'm seeing all these women connecting with each other, building relationships, having just bigger dreams for themselves beyond fitness, beyond health. You know, like, why are we here? Why are we doing what we do every single day? We have to have some kind of intention with it.
100%. Yeah. And we don't, you know, we want fitness to be a part of our lives. We don't want it to be our whole life.
Yeah.
Because, of course,
that'd be scary.
Yeah. It'd be scary. Yeah. Like, does anyone really, like, I mean, working out, sweating, like, it's stress.
Yes.
Like, you do it to do it, but you're not like excited all the time. But we get confident. We want to be confident. We want to feel good, so we can go out and do other things and put our energy towards our career, like just being a better person. But you can't do that if you don't feel good. If you don't feel confident, you know? So yeah, so I'm really excited to have you. Yeah, you have really helped me, seriously. We have gone.
And you, me. This is why we do what we do. It's why we coach, is because we love guiding people, but like you and I and our friendship has been so inspiring to me. And we've just been homies in friendship and in business and like lifting each other up. And that's why I always want to jump at the chance to work with you. And like why we did that workshop in September together is because it's so important for people to be lifting each other up. Even if you're in the same industry, if you have the same job, you know, like there's so much abundance. Like, you know, you being a coach and me being a coach, we're not taking away from each other. We are building something really beautiful, and there's enough, and people, there's never enough, you know, coaches and healers and guides in the world that can help each other along this journey, because we all just really need to like lift each other up and support each other. That's why I'm grateful for you, dog. Every damn day, every day.
You are a gift. You are a true gift. Well, let's just open up the floor to anyone who has any questions for Libby or I.
Oh my gosh. Hey, guys.
Yeah, everyone's in here. This is awesome.
Oh, this is fun. I can read through this chat. Nathan. Yeah. I don't know if Nathan's still in here, but that's funny. Yeah. Hi, Taylor. Happy birthday so soon.
Okay. So, yeah, if anyone doesn't, I don't know if people have questions or not. Can I pin this one too?
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
When can people start signing up? for the program?
Yeah, right now. There is a link in my bio right now. There's a link in my bio. It's application process. I just want to make sure everyone who wants to join has the same goals as the program, and everyone kind of aligns in that way.
Yeah. What are the goals of the program?
Yeah, so the program truthfully is to get you back to feeling really good about yourself, throwing all of the past bullshit and diets and yo-yo moving yo-yo diets out the window, because obviously they didn't work. And I want to help you find a sustainable way to move and eat in a way that feels really good for you and you still see results. Because I always preach, like, listen to your body, like, blah blah, like, yes, of course, but sometimes you have to have discipline too. Like,
yeah, you can't listen to your body at 2 a.m. when you're like, all right, now, I mean, for me, it's dates and peanut butter. That would be my thing. Some people, it's something a little more insidious.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, so just releasing that guilt of thinking you have to do certain things to lose weight and to like fit into a box. It's like, no, actually, like, fitness can be super fun. It's a celebration of life, and you deserve to feel confident in your own skin.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, speaking of a celebration of life, you're tomorrow doing a workshop on movement as self-love.
Yes.
And I love
the mind
Taylor and Nathan have good questions down there, and you guys, if you're free tomorrow at, what time is it?
I know 2 p.m. Central, so I don't know what
2
time.
2 p.m. Central tomorrow. Emma's putting on a workshop with this really awesome new app called Mind. But she's doing a workshop on movement as self-love, and I'm definitely going to be in it, and it will be really, really fun, and we'll get to know Emma and be around her good energy all the time. But
thank you for that.
You want to answer those questions? Those are good ones.
What is your thought on adapting a healthy lifestyle after post-trauma with food and exercise? Yeah, that's exactly the whole point of what I do. And kind of going back to what Libby and I were talking about, we've been so conditioned to be like, oh, this food is bad, like this food is healthy, but like eating too many carrots isn't healthy either. So really finding the boundaries that feel good for you between, oh, this is like, I'm way too strict, but oh, I'm not strict enough, and just finding somewhere in between. And it's really all a big experiment. And I do go into intuitive eating in this program to help you see, and again, get in tune with your body, like, oh, I can eat 2 brownies if I feel like every day, even if I wanted to. Like, there's, the fact that we think there's good food and bad food, it's going to just be tossed out the window, and it's just food, but it's how we approach it and how we feel after we eat it. So that's kind of the differentiating factors. I love that question, and we could definitely go into that more.
I love something that you really taught me is that, like, food is just food, like, and not even to think of like snacks and meals and good and bad and like labeling food. It's like food is fuel. And like, we just need to stop calling it all these different things. Oh, that's dessert, I can only have that then. I can only have, it's just, I think too, the way I've healed, because I've definitely had issues with food and like confusions around it, trying to heal an autoimmune disease and trying all these different diets has given me like a lot of food fear, and it's messed with my mind. And I think having a lot of compassion and not punishing myself has been like the number one thing 100%. For how I've gotten past those times. And I had to know what it felt like to punish myself the next day when I ate something that messed my stomach up or made me feel bloated, or I overindulged. Like, I would spend the next day just so angry, and that saps your willpower and really doesn't set you up for success in the future, because then I'm emotional and pissed, and now all I want is more peanut butter. And that's not helping. So this cycle sucks.
Exactly. Yes. Just opening up your consciousness, being like, okay, maybe I overindulged too much, whatever. I'm still worthy. I'm still fucking awesome. let me make my next decision a little better because I know it's going to make me feel good. Yeah, I love that. And thanks for sharing that too, Libby. And then in terms of workout and trauma, like I think a lot of people go through that. They push way too hard or doing all this intense workout for way too long. And that's not necessarily good for you either. It's just too intense. Like, again, working out is a stressor. We don't want too much stress. We want just the perfect amount, you know, to elicit change. And everyone's goals are really different too. Thanks for that, Taylor. That was great. And yeah, let me know if you have any follow-up questions. We could definitely talk about it. What is one ritual you have that helps your mental health? I have recently really gotten into mental health and marrying fitness and mental health. And that's kind of the whole point where tomorrow I'll be on with the Mind app talking about like movement as self-love. And even just going beyond fitness, having my own morning routines with like reading and journaling and doing yoga and just sitting and enjoying myself and not feeling like I have to go as soon as I get up has just changed my whole entire life. And Libby has definitely helped me with that. Like, you can play a little bit, like you can live and have fun. I'm like, yes. And that's really what I've held on to for so long, especially with my fitness business, my holistic health business. I've just like everybody else, like I have to help everybody else. But the more that you help yourself, and kind of what you were saying too, Libby, like just getting in touch with your own tuition just helps you just give out that light so much more. So definitely my little mini routines of taking time for me has really, really helped. And then even seeing movement as a form of meditation, like whether it's a walk, whether it's a run. Even today I was kind of like, I'm just kind of like blah, you know, because I know my hormones are going crazy over here. I don't get out on a run and just like fucking run, you know? So I'm excited to do that afterwards. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. And definitely, guys.
I would say too,
go ahead.
One really small ritual that helps my mental health a lot is turning my phone on airplane mode 2 hours before I go to bed and not turning it off until 2 hours after I've woken up.
Yes.
I cannot, I mean, it is so small, but it changes the game. Because first of all, the blue light, we know how bad the blue light is. The screens on our eyes before bed, it wakes up our mitochondria and keeps us like thinking that, you know, our brains think that it's daytime. So it really messes with our sleep patterns. But to have that, to not be talking, to not download any information 2 hours before bed. And then, you know, I used to wake up first thing and grab my phone. I feel like so many of us do that. And leaving that shit on airplane mode, doing your morning ritual or whatever you need to wake up, have your coffee first. Don't go straight to the phone. It really does set a tone for the whole rest of the day. And if you open an email that you're not ready to read yet, it's like we get that nervous system response like we're being chased by a wildebeest. That actually happens. We're like, oh God. And like, that's not how you want to start the day. Chill. Have your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying your good nights to whoever you need to say them to, and I'm for you.
Cute. That's cute. Yeah. I want to say my good night.
Yeah. I get on here, I'm like, before I sign off for the night, I want to tell you.
Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Thanks for tuning in.
Exactly. Exactly. I love it. Identify. That's such a good point. Hey everyone. Hi, Nellie June. Everyone is just, hey, Allison. Hey, Steph. So yeah, so if you're just tuning in, Libby is, bye. Libby is going to be a guest. She's Libby's going to be a guest speaker in my 12-week group coaching program, Energize and Empower. I feel for myself, the space of this craziness that's going outside of us has really shown me that no matter what happens, you always have your relationship with yourself. Like, that's not going to change. Unless you're dead, but we're not going to talk about that. We are all alive, like, and alive right now, right? So, so yeah, it's just like, when is going to be the time to really take control over your thoughts, how you feel about your body? Because I know maybe even a few months ago, we were too busy. We had to commute freaking 2 hours to work, and now we are forced to slow down. So in my opinion, if you have the energy and that little spark in you that this is something you need to figure out to be happier, then I would love to invite you to join. And Libby is going to be in there giving us a session to connect more to the why behind the why. Like,
yeah,
why do we want to move? Why do we even need to feel more confident? Like, what's it going to do for us? So I'm really excited.
I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see and meet all the women that decide that this is important to them. You know, this is because you're not just committing to like an exercise plan. This is so much bigger than that, and it's so spiritually grounded and emotionally deep.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and who better to lead it than you with your amazing energy and joyful, hilarious spirit? It's just going to be a blast. It's going to be such a blast.
Yeah, it is. And I'm looking forward to having this community and just knowing that this is your constant, you know, because like I said, who knows what the heck's going to happen. But yeah. And there's other coaches in there too. Now, some guests, I have an energy healer. I have a meditation teacher. Yeah, we're going deep.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's stacked.
Yeah, it's stacked. It is stacked. It's ridiculous. So I'm excited, and thank you so much for jumping on here. You guys, you can look at Libby right here. She's a gift. Go follow her. I think most of you do already. And yeah, that's all. Anyone else have any questions? Any last thoughts, Lib?
No, I'm just looking. Nellie said, "Oh, I thought you were saying goodnight." No, it's 3:40 here, so I'm not saying goodnight, but I love you, Nellie.
Yeah.
No, final thoughts. I love you, Emma. And I am so excited for your program participants to get to experience this and like truly change their lives forever.
I know. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. I love that. I love you too. You are amazing, and I'm so happy that you're joining. Yay! Okay, so we're going to sign off. Remember that tomorrow I am going live with the Mind app, and talking about movement as self-love. So I'm going to post about that right now as well. So let me know.
I'll definitely be in there. Everybody's gotta come in tomorrow, 2 p.m. CST.
Yeah.
Zoom link. Follow us for it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I love you, Emma. I love you, all of you in here too.
Love you guys. Thanks so much. Okay, we'll talk later.
All right. Bye.